Today on the Rebel podcast, we meet Rachael Garnett, an AI consultant and trainer helping nonprofits, governments, and communities harness technology to make a difference. From battling Lyme disease to rescuing kittens in her attic, Rachael's story is equal parts resilience, curiosity, and creativity. This episode of the Rebel is brought to you by my book, BrandJitsu. All right, forget brand theory. This is branding that punches above its weight. After 25 years helping artists, entrepreneurs, and businesses stand out, I wrote BrandJitsu. Move your brand from meh to memorable. It's the real stuff, story, strategy, and sharp positioning that makes people pay attention. Find it at your favorite bookstore or online at brandjitsu.com. Welcome to the Rebel. I'm your host, Michael Dargy, and somewhere across the world, we're going to find out where I have got Rachael Garnett. Yay! How are you?
I've had the best week. And ending the week talking to you is fantastic.
Aw, smooth talker. That's great. Where in the world are you?
I am in Fort Worth, Texas, aka Funky Town.
Funky
Cowtown.
I like Texans.
I like Texas too.
Yeah, nice people in Texas. So what is it that you're doing right now? If we're doing like a snapshot of, Rachael's life, work, your mission, whatever that happens to be.
Right now I'm working as an AI consultant and trainer, which is it's changing so fast. It's all the possibilities of AI are so incredible to me. I love that I'm actually part of this AI era, in this. And so I've got some nonprofit clients that we're doing some really, fabulous projects and some other things. I can't say yet, but I'm a subcontractor for another company that does government contracts. So we'll be doing some AI consulting for some of the Texas municipalities.
No, that's awesome.
And then they have asked me to do the AI training for a very large city in the United States. So I've been writing 21 hours of curriculum, and there's like 34,000 people in this like city county government thing. And so I'll be giving a lot of classes, and I'm really, really excited. And let's see, next week on Friday, I don't know if you know Aaron Gibson, but I'll be on Soul Man Live on YouTube and LinkedIn. So that one, it's just a really great live show. I am the board member of the DFW Women's Club that is located in the Metroplex. We've got 16,000 members. And
wow.
we have our Elevate 2025 conference coming up in October. And I will be doing an AI workshop teaching people the ladies how to do the AI persona method, which is what I'm trained in.
I love it.
Yeah, and I think there's some other things, but that's a good overview.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, it is so exciting, the era that we're in right now and the stuff that's happening and the fact that it's changing so radically, so quickly. It's shocking.
I just got an email from a friend of mine, like just before we got on the call, and he said, "Hey, have you played around on Comet yet?" No, I've actually kind of ignored it a little bit because I have so many other things that I am playing with right now. So maybe this weekend I'll get on, but we're just inundated with so many platforms and so many changes, and I've had to start to limit myself a little bit.
Yeah, because you blink and there's another new thing.
Yes.
Comet, I'm torn. If I'm honest, I don't know if I want it to have that much access to my stuff. Right? Like I'm kind of like, maybe not. I don't know. So I'm ignoring it right now.
Yeah. So you're the same. You're the same as I am. Just sort of, it's just out there.
Yeah. I've really got into vibe coding.
Okay.
Recently, so I use like lovable.dev or bold.new, and then I use Cursor, and it's such a great way to build tech these days, is just talking to it. It's pretty wild.
Well, and also for people like me that don't write code.
Yeah.
I just think the idea that we can take language and code is written from that is phenomenal. It is mind blowing, and we're only limited by what we can imagine.
Yeah,
There's so much out there. Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah, it's really, really cool. So, how did you get into this? Why, like, why did you zig whenever people are zagging? Why
Okay.
left?
Do you want the long story or the shortened version?
Whatever you want to tell me.
So you can edit this out if you need to. But I had an estate sales business for several years
Okay.
and really thought that I was going to do that forever. It was, we were one of the top businesses in DFW. I loved it. I had the best team. And I got really, really sick. And it took forever for me to be diagnosed. And actually, in Texas, I was not diagnosed. It took my dad to diagnose me, but I had Lyme disease. And by
Oh,
the
that's awful.
time I was getting so sick that I couldn't function any longer, it was chronic. So I was in bed for about 8 months and
Yeah.
trying to figure out what was wrong. That was my first real business where I had real employees and all of those things, and they needed to get other jobs.
Yeah.
I had not trained anybody to do the sales with me. So you look back and it's like, okay, these are all the things that I would have done differently, and maybe the business could have kept going without me. We
Right.
talk a lot about evergreen marketing and emails and those communications. So I just closed the business. I didn't even know that I could sell it. You look in hindsight. So I was very sick. Started working. I went to school. I learned how to do upholstery, really because I love things custom and beautiful, and I love wild fabrics, and I just wanted to do my own stuff. But because I can't have a hobby without it turning into trying to make money, I've had an upholstery business for about 6 years. And so I'm doing a little upholstery every week, and I've got a gal that works for me doing that. And I got into nonprofit fundraising. So I'll skip over some stuff. And additionally, when I was doing the upholstery, it was taking up a lot of room in our house.
As
I
it does.
Yeah, and I was working at an upholstery shop, and she was letting me use her space, but I stopped working there, and I was like, I don't really want to pay for space. So I was looking for a tiny hobby, something small. And it was then that the first version of Midjourney came out. A friend of
Oh,
mine was using it. I got an invite, and I became obsessed with the AI art. And when I look back at my Midjourney catalog from the beginning of 2022 to now, and how much it's changed and it's gotten so much better. So that was really my first foray into AI.
wow.
And if you do the AI art, we didn't have any instructions on prompting, knowing. And so part of it was just knowing how to put the words together.
Yeah.
Would keep doing something over and over again and not getting the images. And then, well, what if I just switch these two words around?
And
And
suddenly.
and then suddenly, I've got three cats instead of one, or, they're looking in another direction. It was really kind of limited then. So
Yeah.
that's how it started. And I was working as a development director for a small nonprofit here in Fort Worth. And at that organization, I had also been the operations director. I managed all of our marketing. I was our grant writer. I did our bookkeeping. I worked with our auditor. I was just planned our big event, and I was
Wow.
really doing absolutely everything. And quite honestly, I didn't have a whole lot of support from the CEO. So I started using ChatGPT when it came out that November. And then Claude came out pretty recently after that. I remember seeing that and
Yeah.
getting on that on Facebook. But I was using it to really help me with grants and do research and help the marketing team and writing newsletters and emails. And so, all those really easy things that we can do with it to
Yeah.
help save us time. Again, at that time, didn't know a whole lot about prompting. And, oh my gosh, so wordy. You'd ask it something, and it's not a summary or a distilled paragraph. It is so long. Trying to
Yeah.
get it to write descriptions for auction items for a gala. It's
Right.
giving us a whole page. And so that was all. I just thought that was really funny with AI. I think it did, funny things. So I'm
Yeah.
glad that I've grown up with just that generative portion of the AI. I really wanted to leave that job, and I wanted to have my own business again. So I was in Las Vegas completing my hypnosis certification because, again, I can't do anything without trying to make it something. So I thought, okay, I'm going to start a hypnosis business. And when I was in Las Vegas, my hypnosis certification class was about a week.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you've heard of Marshall Silver, but he's just very inspiring. He does these great, he does these very expensive masterminds, but different conferences. And through this hypnosis certification program that I have been involved with for about a year and a half, I had a free ticket to go to one of Marshall's seminars. It was in the same hotel.
Oh, perfect.
So I got to be in Las Vegas for 2 weeks with all of this stuff. So I complete the hypnosis certification, and then I go into, Marshall's deal, and Jeff Hunter, who is my AI mentor, who I've done really everything with, was speaking about AI. And the stuff that he was talking about and all the things that it could do, it just was, that's it.
Yeah.
And it had helped me so much in my last job, and I loved it. I had been doing this AI art for, a while, I guess over a year at that point. And I really just believed in it. And I just remember calling my husband saying, oh my gosh, I can have an AI business and help other people like it helped me.
Amazing.
And so that's how it started. Just by the seat of my pants, which is usually how I do things. Not much of a planner.
That's awesome. What do you do for yourself? Like, how do you refill your bucket?
I have a lot of cats, so I'm a real animal person.
Yeah.
So that's one of the things I really like quiet time. So just sitting in the backyard. We've got lots of birds, and I just kind of love being in the grass. I guess that sounds weird, but I love that.
No,
So
it's amazing.
it's really that it's that quiet time for me that's super important.
Amazing.
Breathing exercises. I have a task in chat. So every morning it sends me 10 minutes of breathing exercises and stretches.
Oh,
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool. What? So many questions. What's your favorite part of the world to visit?
I traveled a lot with my mom when I was younger, and I think I was pretty young, but I loved Egypt so much, and it was at a time when I don't think was as restricted as it is now. Like we could touch the monuments and the buildings and really get in there. And so that really started just my absolute lifelong love of ancient history and Egypt and the Babylonians and the Sumerians and all of the things that have made up this world. And so that I really loved. And also, one of the things when I think about that Egyptian trip that I think affected me was when we were there, the children wanted pencils.
Okay.
And I remember my mom buying a big box of yellow pencils. And the kids would come and we would give them pencils because they didn't have anything to write with.
Oh my gosh.
And so that I think was a pivotal experience for me. We're so fortunate. Like I said, I was probably 13 and I never would have imagined that someone didn't have all the things that we had.
Yeah.
So that was really great, but just beautiful. I love Athens. Again, I love it for the history.
Yeah.
I love beaches, but yeah, Egypt would be the one.
Oh, outstanding. I've never been.
I do love Ireland. I love Ireland. And I did my genetic thing recently, and
Oh,
I'm
yeah, okay.
7% Irish. So I was like, no wonder. And I love Ireland so much.
That's amazing. Do you play board games?
No, okay, embarrassingly, I play games on my phone. I do. I play games on my phone.
Uh-huh.
When my kids come over, board games are it's kind of a holiday thing for us.
Yeah.
So it's not a year round. Trying to think. Gosh, I can't even think of the last game that I played, but oh, gosh, Pente is one, and I can't remember Catalan, something
Oh,
like that. Do you remember?
Catan?
Catan, yes, that one we
Yeah.
love. The boys and I
Okay.
love that. Yeah.
Awesome. So I want you to go with me here on this little trip. You're I don't know Dallas Fort Worth very well. I don't I've been in it, but I know there's a river.
The Trinity River, yes.
Okay. So let's imagine that you're walking alongside the Trinity River, and it's a beautiful day, and the birds are singing, and the sky is blue. Maybe there's a white fluffy cloud. It could be an armadillo somewhere, and you're thinking to yourself, I just wish the world knew this one thing. What is the one thing that you wish the world knew?
I wish the world knew that everything just turns out okay. You know, that we're just all people. We're all people. We're all doing our best.
Yeah.
I think it's probably the big one. The I think right now there's just so much disparity,
Mm.
and it's difficult to watch and listen to. I don't know. Really, I think that just we're all people doing the best that we can every day.
Love that. Yeah, we are.
We are.
Yeah.
You know, even on the days that I kind of suck, I'm still doing my best on those days. It's just not as good as maybe today.
That was the other day. Yeah. What's something that you haven't done yet that you're going to make sure that you do before you shuffle off this mortal coil?
Oh my goodness. What's one thing that I haven't done yet? I think around my bucket list, a lot of it is travel. And
Mm.
I do feel like that I've done so many of the things that I've wanted to do. I don't want to jump out of an airplane. Um, Maybe being in a helicopter, going over New York City, during Christmas time might be really,
Ah,
really beautiful.
yeah.
Um, uh, Something like that. But there's still some travel. Like I'd love to go to Morocco. I'd love to go to Istanbul. Uh, Göbekli Tepe. So that's in Turkey, and it is the oldest man-made structure that was ever found, like way before all of the Egyptian stuff. And it just you can't. It's so crazy over there. It's can't
Yeah.
really go, but I would love to go there. I am an ancient alien current alien believer. And, I just love looking at those structures and what could they mean and how are they put together. So any of those
Yeah.
ancient sites would be fantastic.
Wild.
Spain would be great.
Spain, have you been like Stonehenge or any places like that?
I have not been to Stonehenge, but that would
Um,
be great also.
yeah, that'd be on the list for sure.
Hmm.
What's your um, what's your go-to food? The thing that you just love to snack on that you're just like, you know what? I'm just gonna treat myself to this thing.
Pretzels,
Okay.
mozzarella cheese sticks, um, the $1.97 pack of like 40 popsicles from Fiesta that I know are so bad for me because they're very colory. I really love those. So those are probably the ones. But I love and popcorn. I eat popcorn every week.
Oh, nice.
Yes,
Yeah.
homemade popcorn.
Like in the do you air prop or are you like in oil?
No,
Like
I
you
do in
old school?
oil. Yeah, in oil.
Old school. All right.
Old
I like it.
school. Melt butter on it, some
Mhm.
salt.
Have you ever driven a race car?
No. I have driven one of my cars 126 miles an hour more than once, but I did get a ticket for that one time. So I have driven fast, but not a race car.
What is your car?
Actually, right now, that car was a 77 Datsun 280Z. Oh, it was changed to Nissan at the time, but it was a
Right.
280Z and it was silver with a black interior. It was very cool.
Yeah.
Right now we're in a Cadillac SUV, SRX, I think.
Got
It
it.
is a slow grandma car, very far away from the cars that I drove when I was younger.
Do you ever ride a motorcycle?
I have been on a motorcycle and I've been on a moped. I have not driven a motorcycle myself.
Mm-hmm.
Not an experience that I love.
Okay.
I would not be a motorcycle person.
Oh, okay. It's good to know what you're not.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you flown a plane?
No. But my best friend has her pilot's license, but I have not flown a plane myself.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. What does your Netflix look like?
Okay, I might answer some that are not on Netflix that are on other things.
Sure.
So, and I don't remember all of the channels.
That's fine.
Okay, Netflix right now. There was a show, I don't remember what channel it's called, Mystery Road. I love anything English, Irish. I love accents. So there was a series, and I like series more than movies, a series called Mystery Road. And they have sort of an offshoot of when this detective was younger. So I did start watching that recently. I just finished The Gilded Age, which was, oh my gosh, incredible. And it so reflects like our era right now. And I just love all the costumes. Let's see. Oh my gosh. So we started watching the old Magnum PI with Tom Selleck.
With those shorts.
With the shorts. So a while back, we started watching, one episode a night. That was, we would go up and we would watch Magnum PI. And we were watching one night, or Matthew was watching one night, and it turned off. Well, the channel stopped having it. And so, I've only found it on a live channel, at 10:30 at night. Matthew's already asleep then, so I can't watch it with them. So now, this is so funny. So now I've been watching Hawaii Five-0.
Oh, the new one or the old one?
Oh, no, the old one. And it just cracks me up, that they are in suits with turtlenecks. They've got their gun holster and they're running down the beach in their black patent shoes, their hard sole shoes. It's great. And they're sweaty. But so I've been watching. So that's kind of the one that I've gone to now is Hawaii Five-0. I love watching the old shows.
Yeah. It's like a comfort food, really.
It is. I love the new South Park episodes. I think those are really funny. And then there are some series that I go back to. There's one called Letterkenny. It's out of Canada.
Oh, sure.
And then it's Shoresy. I'm waiting for that for the next season to come out for that. I love all the wordplay. I love that. I think they're very funny. And What We Do in the Shadows, they just had their final season.
Those are some deep cuts. Those are great shows. Like, holy.
There's a lot of good stuff on TV. There is.
Yeah. If you get a chance, and it's you could tell when they got a budget, but it was called Wellington Paranormal, and it takes place in New Zealand, and it's like, if you like What You Do in the Shadows, it's the same sort of chaos.
Okay, good. I will definitely look it up.
And every season, you can see that they get a little bit more money. Because it's comically bad at the beginning. But yeah, anyway.
People are so brilliant. Comedians are so brilliant in the things they think of. It's fantastic.
What's the
Yeah,
thing
so
you're most excited about for AI?
I would think for me,
Yeah.
because most of my clients are nonprofits. Uh, I would say probably a year ago there were some statistics that said that nonprofits, had adopted a little bit faster than private industry, but not adopted in a really comprehensive way. Like they're just using it, or
Right.
there's shadow AI in their organization. There's so many, nonprofit leaders, or even probably business leaders that haven't bought in yet. So there's such a lack of training or understanding of what it can do. And now, when I get the chance and I'm really talking to a potential client or a client, and we're seeing the things that it can do.
Yeah.
So I'm working with a client. It's a long-term project, but it's a private foundation, and they want to gather some educational data. And the
Yeah.
data is we have a lot of unhoused here in Fort Worth, and so the data is around their literacy level. Not if they're dyslexic, that
Hmm.
thing, how much can they read?
Right.
Or, can someone just read stop signs? And this is in no way othering or biased. It's just
Sure.
gathering data. So potentially when, when these folks are going through a social services system, which will ask them, where did you sleep? Where did you eat? If
Right.
they can determine that sort of level, they can be proactive in helping them if they want to do training or want to get a job, or if they want to, you know, go through some literacy classes or whatever.
Yeah.
So it's more proactive. So that's something that I'm really excited about
That's
doing.
cool.
We'll do a few different languages. And so, I guess the idea is they'll have people out on with a tablet asking, these questions, and
Oh.
hopefully we'll be able to incorporate voice if someone is unable to read the
Hmm.
instructions. And again, this is no judgment. It's just really for data. And
Yeah.
then from that sampling, we can, come up with a bigger idea. The people are saying that the illiteracy rate of the homeless in Fort Worth is only 5%. And that is so inaccurate.
Wow. Yeah.
So when you're looking for funding or money, having a better idea of what that looks like would be really helpful. So that's something I'm super excited about,
Yeah.
being able to use it and potentially use it on a large scale to help that population of people.
Amazing.
And then I have a long-term client that um, they are in the dementia care space. And so we built some custom solutions for them for their education team. So I didn't work with the whole organization, just worked within the educational department.
Yeah.
But they are the leader in dementia care education in America. And they wanted to have like a really professional learning system. So they
Yeah.
were moving things from just like Zoom videos. And so at this time, this was over a year ago, I was like, oh my gosh, we can use AI to transcribe your videos. And then when you go to re-record, they were writing it by hand, like writing
Oh,
it.
oh my God.
I know. So, and then they've been able to really build up their educational programs. The capacity has increased. They're
Wow.
able to go speak at more places around the country, educate more, family caretakers and professional caretakers. So that's been something that's great. And also with that organization, see, there's so many things.
Yeah.
They have a program that serves our Spanish speaking population of caretakers that care for their loved ones or family members that have dementia. So these people don't have dementia education. They're
Right.
probably working. They could be younger children. And so we're doing all of that in Spanish. So I've got, the custom GPT. We do lots of
Yeah.
translations, and we have a large Hispanic population here.
Yeah.
So being able to reach that population that we wouldn't have been able to without AI. I mean, we could, but it would have taken so much longer to get these programs up and running, and the communications that I do their social media and all of that. So.
Oh, such a great answer. This is deep. I'm loving this conversation so much.
I've always thought of myself as loving small business. And so for a while in my life, I was kind of disparaging of myself that, you're not in big business, you're not corporate, you're not, all of this large stuff. But I've found that where I live, there's so much need. Yeah. We're very backwards in terms of AI. Fort Worth is not Dallas. Dallas is very forward. Fort Worth is very not. And so there's just, I do have clients in other states, but there's so much that I can do here that can keep me busy and feel like I'm really, using AI to make a difference.
Love it. And to that point, there's these people that we call them rebels in waiting, and they could be, who knows what they could be about to learn how to AI. They're about to, I don't know what it is for them. They're just about to walk off that cliff. They don't know yet. So what advice would you have? Could be AI related, could be, pineapple belongs on pizza, whatever that is for you.
Okay, so just let me repeat the people jumping off to use AI. What would I suggest?
Yeah.
Close out the hype. Don't listen to the hype. Pick one platform. ChatGPT. I mean, whatever. That one's the one. And just get to know that one and let everything else go because it's so overwhelming. So my advice is just to pick one platform and start super simple. I'm talking about all of these, different ideas, but I think if you're going to jump off into the space, use it for emails for a little while. Use it for social media and just use it for that. Use it for something personal, for recipes, and just get used to it and get used to the flow and what it does. And then I would say, go into some free education if it's something that, you really want to learn, or a lot of people don't know that their output isn't good. So there's those people. But if you do know and you want for it to be better and you want to get better and expand, I think education is so important. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Oh, my phone just went off.
Oh, that's okay.
Okay, but I think continuing training if you want to keep using it. But even, chat can do so many things now. Before, we had to go to all of these different AIs, I had to go someplace to do, and of course I love Midjourney. It's my favorite, but for somebody who, is just using it, it's not their business. You can do so much there.
Have you played with Sora?
Okay. This is my Sora story.
Okay.
I waited for Sora for so long. Uh-huh. And then when they had the 12 days of Xmas last year, and it came out, and it took me, I think, 2 days to get access. Yeah. And I was so disappointed. And it's kind of like ChatGPT 5 coming out. Mm-hmm. And now, months from now, it will probably live up to the hype. But Sora, I felt like when it first came out, it wasn't doing the things that I wanted it to do. So I just scrapped it. But I have a friend of mine that told me that Sora is really great now. So I'll get back in. Better. Yeah. Yeah, I'll get back in there.
Oh, Rachel, this has been so much fun. Thanks so much for being on the show, sharing your story, and you're so damn inspiring. I just want to go do stuff now.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's so great.
Yeah. So anyway, thanks for joining us. I can't wait for the world to hear this and get to know you better.
Okay. I'm so excited. Thank you. This was an awesome call. I'll talk to you anytime.
Yay!
Yay!
Thanks so much for listening to this episode. Hey, if you're an artist, scientist, entrepreneur, or business owner who wants a smooth and proven method to find, shape, and share your story with the world, head on over to BrandJitsu.com and order a copy of my book, BrandJitsu, Move Your Brand from Meh to Memorable. I've been your host, Michael Dargy, and this has been the Rebel Podcast. It's a podcast for creative rebels and entrepreneurs all over the world. And hey, if you're a rebel or you know a rebel, head on over to therebelrebelpodcast.com and fill out the guest request form. Thanks so much for listening. Until next time.